Hi there, Bearded Tamper. Welcome back to the channel. So that what you just saw was a pretty good size uh, whitetail buck deer rub on a eastern red cedar tree. Now the cedar tree is is about the size of a liter soda bottle, just to give you a bit of a reference. And that's it's typically, the bigger the tree that the buck rubs on, the bigger the buck. Um, this is right behind my house, and it's pretty cool. We got deer. Yeah, we got deer that come out in the yard. We live not necessarily. I wouldn't consider it the country, but we live a good bit out of town, um, and we have neighbors on both sides of us, but directly behind us it's all woods for some way, quite some time, or quite some way back in behind us is woods. Anyway, September, September 21st, and rifle season is upon us in Missouri, and that is when everybody goes crazy for deer. That is the big hunting season in Missouri. Um, there's a lot of bow hunters, and I think bow hunting started early September, but it's it's here. The deer, obviously, they're rubbing, so they rubbed. It's their antlers, and they'll rub the couple reasons. They rub the velvet off of the antlers, because their antlers grow, and they're not they're not hard. They're not the regular deer antler. Um, it's just like kind of like a finger, but covered in velvet. It's super soft and it's just full of blood. Um, and then it, then eventually it gets hard, and the velvet starts to come off, and they rub it off. But they do that to mark their territory and to lay scent also. So it's a multiple purpose kind of thing. They're getting rid of the velvet. They are marking the territory, for other bucks coming in. Hey, the does in here. These are my women. You get out of here. And then they lay the scent down, so other bucks know this is somebody else's, stomping ground, and then the does, kind of know where to hang out. For the most part, does play pretty hard to get. The doe being the female deer, the buck being a male deer. Anyway, so buck season is upon us. Everybody's out to get the monster stomper. I don't hunt anymore. I used to hunt every season, all season. Um, just don't do it. Takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time to follow the deer, to know where they're at, and getting up early, all that stuff. It's the payoff wasn't worth it for me. I guess I got being a human. It was fun, you know. Yes, I dominated that animal and killed it, and now I get to eat its meat, which I have nothing against. I will kill an animal in a heartbeat and eat its flesh. I don't care. It is tasty, delicious, and that's the way it is. That's the way God intended it. But it's just I got out of it. I don't do it much anymore. I don't do it at all anymore. But anyway, so deer season is upon us. So special Tamper deer season Tamper. Now this isn't. It's an Osage orange Tamper. with a antler inlay, and it's got a 45 Colt 45. Now that's not something that you would hunt deer with. Around here it's 308, 270, 30-06, 30-30, but it seemed fitting. Just wanted to show it off a bit. I just finished it just now, and I got the idea. I was gonna have the antler as a tip, but I thought, I'll want to put a shell on it, a casing on it as a tip. This is the foot of it. But yeah, Osage orange. Turned out really, really nice. I love it. It was an older antler, and as you can see, it's got some stress cracks in it just from it drying out. Turned out super, super nice. I like it. I make these Tampers and then I'm like, man, I'd love to use that. They're hard to give away, but that's what I make them for, not give away. But so I still use this old, like one of the first ones I turned. It's the old rosewood. When it gets, the tip of it gets all, when it gets the black resin, carbon build up on it, I just sand it off with some sandpaper and go about my way. So just thought I'd show you guys that. Pretty cool. Maybe you guys don't deer hunt. Maybe you do. Maybe a lot more than I do if you do. But Missouri whitetail is it's about the biggest animal that we got here, and it's a big season, a really big season. But that's the biggest rub that I've seen here, around here, on my property anyways. And usually they'll go in a line. Like if I walk this out, probably the edge of my property, if I walked it out, there would be more, which I probably will do. But beautiful day in September. Yesterday, September 20th, was my birthday. Thank you. 38 years old. All last year I was telling people that I'll be 39. And about a month, maybe 2 months ago, my wife's like, your birthday's coming up, we started talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll be 39. She's like, you'll be 38, you're 37 right now. So I did that, what's that thing that scientists do? Math, and figured it up. But anyway, so I'm 38 again. Yep. But beautiful, beautiful day today. Bit of an overcast, nice little breeze. Oh, so I'm smoking my rusticated Garrison's imported briar. Little fella, I love this pipe. I'd smoke this pipe all the time if it didn't get so stinking wet. All the moisture. It's got the condenser in it, which is nice, and it's got a screw-in tenon to where, I don't unscrew it when it's molten lava hot, but I'll unscrew it and wipe the condenser off, and it get a lot of moisture on that thing, and then stick it back in. But it's a nice pipe, and it's got a fairly good sized bowl on it. I like this little dude, and it even has just a bit of a flat bottom where it'll sit. That's why you have a Zippo. So I'm smoking some Peter Stokeby's Luxury Bullseye, and that stuff is delicious. I love it. I had a Scudo one time, before. It's been a long time ago, maybe a year, 2 years ago, is when I had it, and I really liked it, and I want to get some more. But you could buy Peter Stokeby in bulk, so I like to buy in bulk. It is a lot cheaper, and it's pretty good. So my wife's putting on a surprise birthday party for me this evening, or I guess rather this afternoon, and we're going to be going to that later. We're going. It's like an actual birthday party. I got a park and rented a pavilion, and there's a volleyball sand pit there, and we'll take the volleyball, and they got basketball courts there. Chocolate cake, chocolate frosting. Mm-mm-mm. I'll tell you what's good. Chocolate, get you a big old slab of chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. Put it in a deep bowl, and then fill that halfway up with milk. Yeah, makes it soggy, but makes it delicious. It is fantastic. Like me some soggy cake. hmm But this tamper will be on the website, beardedtamper.com/wix, wix. I don't quite recall. Um, or you can message me on here, whatever avenue you wish to use. And Instagram, bearded tamper, at bearded tamper on Instagram. I'm not hard to find. I don't go nowhere. I'm always here. Stop by anytime you want. Rolla, Missouri. I will not give you the address unless you really want it. Then you got to ask for it and send a bunch of money and a self-addressed stamped envelope. I don't know. Being silly. Silly Saturday. Got a bit of a whistle. Tobacco gets down into the draft hole. Cause a bit of a whistle. Whistle. Anyway. Alright. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you tolerating me. Y'all have a good one. Take care and be safe, man.